There was this one video from Asmongold, which I have not watched or react to an Asmongold video for so long. But you guys know there's a God of War Laufey, right? I can't see that. I have 18k in my team, but my performance is so bad. When I check his stat, it was impressively good, but turns out he is good because of cheat by the comment. Ah, some kind of reject the idea of the some kind of reject the idea of the sequel of God of War. Yeah, what do you think about that actually? Because it kills the way of Kratos letting Faye passing. I don't think so. I don't think it does. Because like, I feel like it does give out an interesting story for it. Do you not like God of War Faye? Or God of War Laufey? I feel like I get like the gaming. I get that like God of War is centered around Kratos, but I don't think it is. I think like what God of War meant for Kratos is like similar how Devil May Cry. Like I get that Devil May Cry is the representation of Dante and Virgil, but what makes Devil May Cry is Devil May Cry because in reality Dante and Virgil are like half humans and half demon, and they are capable of having emotions, and like they actually face tragics together. And I think that's the same thing with God of War. And I don't really I feel like people kind of misunderstood what God of War is supposed to be, because like God of War 3 truly actually kind of actually tells you the story of Kratos very well. Like yes, it's about punching and gut wrenching, like killing gods because they're also all abusing their own powers, and like they're all assholes, and it's satisfying. Yes, that's also about God of War, but at the same time, isn't God of War all about like how you're trying to seek vengeance, and then in the end of the day of the vengeance that you're trying to seek, you earn the title of being called God of War, and you try to destroy everything. You try to cause destruction in that realm, but in the end of the day, with that vengeance never actually got thirst at all. Like never finished thirst at all, man. Like in the end of the day, he killed himself because like he was able to actually destroy the whole entire Greek mythology, and that caused a lot of innocent lives killed. By the way, like sure he kills gods and everything, but do not forget people, there were innocent people in there that got killed. But on granted, it's Studio Monica, so things can flip on good side, just like how they made Atreus. And I think like that's one thing that's so sad about like people, especially gaming in gaming industry, is that I think gaming industry has gone more of a, like dumber and dumber. And that's the same thing with Asmongold, because I really do think Asmongold is getting more unhinged, or maybe like he's just repetitive with the same problem. And I get that, like I get that, I understand that God of War Laufey is not what people needed because it's not about Kratos. I totally understand that, but at the same time, I think like having a chance to see God of War with more interesting character, why other gods they actually deserve to get God of War titled, is an interesting mechanic. Have you seen Tokon Fighting Souls or Bencho the Chief? Tokon Fighting Souls, I do know that is the Marvel one, and also Bencho the Chief, isn't that the sushi game? So far series looking good though. What do you mean by series though? Are you talking about the God of War? Like I want to talk more about God of War because like there's like people were not very happy with God of War. The lineup? Yeah. Like I think like we all can agree that like God of War Ragnarok is such a good like if there was supposed to be an ending for Kratos, I think it's such a good ending for Kratos. But we all know that Kratos has more story in the future. We all can know that for sure. and like especially with the remake and also like the new sequels for new Kratos, and that is going to be coming in. That's going to be it. But you also have to understand that God of War Kratos in 2018 is not the same as God of War 3, and the reason why is Faye. Faye causes Kratos to change. And I think like it's a more interesting dynamic to actually see their perspective differently, especially when it comes to Faye, who actually like abysmally such an interesting character with like haunting narrative in Ragnarok in 2018. And I get that people do not like it, the idea of like playing other than Kratos, but because I don't like, I have to actually force myself to play as Atreus when I don't even like his gameplay. Fair introduce boy for real. Yeah, exactly. And you know what's interesting is the fact that like Kratos and like that's another problem. People don't even know what they're saying. People don't even understand what they're talking about because like, oh my god, it's Faye, it's the bombs of war. Oh my god, it's the cooking of war. Did you know that Faye was able to fight toe to toe towards Kratos in 2018? That caused him to calm down. In despite of like Kratos in lot like even despite killing himself. Like let me give you a little bit of like summary, okay? Why this is such a big deal. God of War 3 ending was showcased that Kratos, my vengeance has been finished because he destroyed the whole entire Greek mythology. Therefore, he stabbed the god of Olympus sword in the chest. Therefore, you will see he has a big scar in the chest. And he's supposed to be fucking dead. Well, unfortunately, fate is not easy for him. He can't die easily because the power is not actually related to him anymore since he destroyed the Greek mythology. So like there is a lot of like explaining and theories going around, but like Kratos can't die and he's back alive with all the memories of him manipulatively killing his own daughter and wife, especially like that explains with the ashes of his white skin, and then like now he's actually experienced loss and anger, and like he doesn't know what to do, and that's what normal is. That's what normal is towards people who really try to focus on revenge. When you focus so much everything, putting your everything into a revenge, what comes after? That's the fucking question. That's why God of War 2018 exists. That it gives you an answer. What happens after revenge? Which is the solitude of finding peace. That's what Kratos is such an interesting character. And you know what's even more interesting? Who gave him that fucking peace? Faye. Faye was a much more interesting character to actually give out some peace of mind towards Kratos who is lost. And you know this. If you play the game and pay attention to the story, you would notice this. You would feel this. How does people even forget about this? I don't even play God of War Ragnarok and I know this fucking story. I watch it. Because the story for God of War 2018 and Ragnarok is so fucking good. It's so good. Being able to actually go back to being a father, being a better father, so that he doesn't actually become the first failing father that he did towards Atreus. He did such a phenomenal job. Okay, and he became later on in God of War Ragnarok, he became gods of hope, and that was such a good ending. Because people want the Egypt. Because people were buying into fucking Egypt. The elites, they were dumb. Because people are fucking dumb on the internet because they don't give a shit about the story. They don't have the critical thinking of like why Kratos is there to begin with. They only like see the game and like, yeah, Kratos is murdering everyone. Yeah, ditch him, Thor. And guess what? Kratos and Thor didn't even go off in a fucking bloody battle, like the way that you want it to be. In the end of the day, Kratos wanted to spare Thor. He knows that they can be better. Nobody's fucking even talking about that a moment, okay? Because they're fucking pricks in the fucking head. And I really do think that we are all children in the gaming community because we never really give a chance to actually understand why they're actually going for Laufey instead of like more Kratos. They just want to smash circle button repeatedly. That also I kind of miss. But hey, I'm not a fucking gooner. You remind me of something I watched days back. I don't know what do you mean by that. Wow, Shaker. Hi. What do you mean, Kirigaya? Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Kirigaya? Also, hi there, Kirigaya. What are you? How you doing? And And going back to the God of War Laufey, like I said, I understand you're upset. The fact that like you can't play as Kratos, but like look at the fucking gameplay or Laufey. It looks Devil May Cry, and I like that. There is a potential why you love it, and this brings me to another topic. Why do you fucking care so much for the story when you're supposed to fucking have fun in the game? Why? And I get that, like, story. Like, here's the thing story can come first to some people. But when it comes to God of War, God of fucking War, story does not come first. It's the gameplay. Gameplay comes first, and if you can't excel that, why are you putting me in the spot of like wanting me to actually care about God of War? Okay? The reason why I still wanted to actually play Ragnarok is because the gameplay of you playing as Kratos is still fucking good. There is a bunch of content that you can have, and side bosses, side quests, more secret bosses that you can deal with because the combat is so fucking good in God of War Ragnarok. And with that in mind, I don't give a shit about Atreus' gameplay that was have to be forced into. Okay, and it just blows my mind that people are forgetting that why are we here talking about games to begin with. So many people like shit talking about like the female characters need to be attractive. Why can't we have attractive character? I like attractive character. I fucking love having like sexy woman, appealing characters, handsome man with very sexy body, you know, good looking characters that you can fall in love with fictionally. I am down for that. But if you think that that fucking factor plays a role to be a definitive decision for you to play a game or not, you are living a delusional fucking world. I'm sorry, you need to get the fuck out of here and you don't deserve to play any games. I'm sorry. I'm just saying what I'm saying because it pisses me off whenever I see people with shit talking about the character design, blah blah blah. But like, fuck me sideways. Why are you even playing the game to begin with? I find gaming nowadays as pure madness. Exactly! Because people will non-stop shit talking anywhere else, especially on Twitter. Because when there is a new game, especially AAA game coming out with a splitter of like new fucking twists, they were like, fucking woke! And I get that, like, Concord is woke. I get that. Forspoken, woke. Those two games are fucking shit. God of War Laufey is not even out yet. That game has a solid gameplay. Did we forgot about the fact that like Laufey was able to do a fucking Devil May Cry air combo? Did we forgot about that? Like why? Why can't you just say something about that? Instead, you're just shit talking about the fucking actress. Did you know the actress is beautiful? She's fucking spectacular looking, by the way. And I hate it. I hate it so much that we are so single dimension minded that it pisses me the fuck off. That we can't like it pisses me the fuck off because there was research going off like people who plays games are actually genuinely getting smarter, and I believe that. I fucking do believe that. But I can't deny that people who spend chronically online shattering, yapping about anything what's going on in the gaming industry will find ways to just do anything for clicks. Fuck me sideways. Fucking hell. Sorry, I am ranting so much because I'm pissed. Like, look at this. I'm so pissed. I'm so fucking pissed, man. Fuck. Fuck, man. There are people who want to rage baiting and stuff. Exactly, for clicks and fucking people just want to get attention, and I hated that so much, man. It's to the shade they are Delulu. Very. And you know what's even worse? Is the fact that delusional actually does affect a huge amount of people. Huge amount of player base are actually also getting affected by that fucking delusional. And I hated that. That is actually working. It pisses me off so much. Like, I just want to play a game. And this is coming from a God of War fan. I love God of War. I love God of War to death. Play God of War 1, 2, 3, God of War Ghost of Sparta, God of War Ghost of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, Blade of Olympus. Didn't even care about the God of War mobile. Fuck that. I played God of War Ascension. I played God of War 3 remake, kinda. And then like I played God of War 2018, finished all the content. I was obsessed with the content. I wanted to actually play God of War Ragnarok on stream next when I can. But fuck me. Fuck you people complaining. Want advice from me? Yes.
Away from war game.
Click the three dots and choose not interest. Hold on. You have a good idea, my dear friend. This the woman losers are complaining about when the open source says good boy, you're yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah. I remember that. Now look at her, she's beautiful. But that's also another thing. I have one complaint. And this is going to be a very irrelevant of like telling me if I'm gonna be interested or not playing the game. This is gonna be very irrelevant, okay? I do think that the character model of making into one-to-one faces within real life does take me out of it. It does take me out of it. Same goes to Atreus, same goes to the main villain, and that's like kind of fair, okay? Like for me, Kratos does not yet exist. Like I look at Kratos and I'm like, oh, I do not know any actor at all. And then you see the actor behind it is literally Christopher Judge, and he looks very different in real life and also in game. But like Faye, like Atreus, and then like the main villain, possibly Thor as well. They look all the same as like in real life. I kind of felt that it's like taking me out a little bit from the game. It does, like especially Faye, and I don't want to be a bitch about it, but I'm gonna bitch about it because like I just feel like making one-to-one face in the game does make me feel a little bit like, oh, you're taking me out of the game. I'm thinking about it in real life. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't expect her to be here at all. And like, I just wish they did it with the same thing with Expedition to the Tree. Like like Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox doesn't look anything the same as he plays as Gustav from Expedition to the Tree. It's more interesting that way for me. Same goes to Troy Baker, who plays as Joel, and also the guy from Uncharted. I think like there are like they look like, oh, you see Joel as you say Joel and it's like Joel, Cox. Yeah, his name is Charlie Cox. I think it was Charlie Cox. Yeah, his name is Charlie Cox. I'm not joking, by the way. His name is literally Charlie Cox. He's the Daredevil guy. I'm not joking. That's literally him. And I'm not even actually even starting his video yet at all. And I like, and this is like one thing that I'm noticing a lot about Asmongold. And I feel like Coxla, not Cox. What the fuck does it make any sense? Cox, piece of shit.
Cox.
Cox,
Cox.
bitch, it's the same thing as Cox. So like, what's the fucking difference? Ryu, just say you're craving one. What the hell? I am so sorry. That's really bad. I am so sorry. That's not what I meant to say. I am so sorry. That was rude of me. So what I do think is that like I want to actually talk about this video, especially it's like 1 hour fucking video. I don't even need to actually talk about this, but like I do think like Asmongold, like he does look like he's actually kind of hating on women for in gaming, especially like he wants, like, you can definitely tell that Asmongold wants attractive character. He also wants to have like, oh, it's a male peak experience character, that it should be actually fully male peak experience. That's totally fine. I think like God of War, like supposed to be revolve of Kratos. I totally understand why he's actually mad about that, but I don't really like the fact that like how he's saying this without even understanding why the story of God of War unveiled. I think like it's a good like criticizing a game before showing off what the potential holds is saddening for me, because it's Santa Monica. Santa Monica knows how to make a good story, because like it's proven with 2018 and Ragnarok. They did a really phenomenal job, and Faye was actually in it as well. And Faye does throughout in the story does have its own relevancy and also more interesting. It's more appeal as an interesting character, especially like if you go to Ragnarok, there is one area, secret area by the way, that you can't just go in very willy nilly. You need to actually like do this very specific stuff, and there's a secret area in the game where like it tells you the story how Faye and Thor clash together, and it tells you a bit of story how strong Faye is. You're like I'm not gonna spoil it, but Faye is such a strong, endearing woman that like making her as a female lead character makes more sense. And I'm not trying to say this as like, oh shit, he's saying the woke stuff. Oh my god, he's becoming more woke. He's becoming more like, oh no, he needs the female this, female that. And he's trying to make it available for modern audiences. Don't fucking know, guys. Like we already have a lot of like we already have female leads characters that already exist. Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, that shit was iconic. That's my fucking childhood crush, man. Bayonetta, one of them, okay? Bayonetta, Lara Croft, um, Nier Automata, like those are female strong characters that are interesting to look into, and I love them. I love them, okay? I don't really need to tell you that like why do you have to go out your way to shit talk about a game that has not been even out yet, despite having such a good track record for making a good story. And I don't know, man. I'm pissed off about it. And then, like people making AI videos, calling it like making AI videos, how like oh God of War Laufey is going to be a gameplay where the woman is gonna cut off the meat from the chopping board, and you guys apparently seem to be laughing at it. Um, I am not laughing at it because I know God of War Ragnarok and God of War 2018 story. I know what Faye characteristic is. If you would pay attention to it, you know. And I'm just looking at this in the camera, and I'm looking at Asmon Gold. As if he doesn't even care about this video. I'm a small content creator, have small little voice. I'm just saying this. What the fuck? I just think like you don't care. Really. You really are just don't care about it. You just want Kratos, and I totally get that. But like at the same time, God of War is God of War. I don't think God of War resolve around Kratos. I think God of War resolve the idea of Kratos. And I think like that's so misleading. But yeah, I like having Faye as a character because she's actually such an interesting and strong character. It makes sense for God of War Laufey, especially like she's the wife of Ghost of Sparta, the girl who can give peace towards Kratos. And because of that, Kratos was able to become a better father towards Atreus than Penelope. And that breaks my heart to say that because I miss Penelope. She's such a cute character. But Atreus was actually being raised to be a really good, interesting character, really good and hard because Kratos learned that the hard way, and I think people are missing the point, and I'm sad about that. I think Faye needs to give peace to you too, Shake. Oh, that woman can give me peace anytime. If she was able to give peace towards like Kratos, why not to me? Why not? Why the fuck not? Because like again, this is more interesting question. What makes her interesting to the point that she is willing to give out a really good set of mindset of peace towards Kratos? What did she have to go through to be able to fight against toe to toe against Thor to the point that Thor is kind of scared fighting against Faye? Okay, and I get like one. Also, another thing that I do have to say is that like maybe the previous writer for God of War Laufey, the one girl who is actually the wife of the main character, who the main actor of Saros, does give me a little bit of like like a bad sign, because like I also do feel like she can be like a little bit, I don't know, I do not know I do not know her works, but I did hear some things and that I don't want to believe it, but some things and that like sometimes her works can be a little bit woke element into it. But like I'm not gonna actually believe into that. But like I just want to keep my mind open minded for it. That's why I want to actually at least play God of War Laufey. And if this story got fucked up, it got fucked up. I don't like I'm wrong. I don't mind I'm wrong about it, but give this game a chance. Seriously, I just want to give God of War Laufey a chance. And I'm yapping all of this, by the way. I'm yapping all of this knowing the fact that I won't be able to play God of War Laufey because I don't own a PlayStation 5. And that fucking hurts, man. It will never be on PC at all. It will never be on PC, and that fucking sucks. Fuck, man. Fuck, I generally do think that God of War could have been available on PC is such a good thing. Fuck, man. That's a high Ryu. Shake Neat Valkyrie in real life. Oh, mama. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, yeah. Like, I get like Faye is like, I don't know. I'm like yapping so much of this because like I'm so tired of like seeing people complaining about it on the internet, despite knowing the fact that it's a game. Like, chill out. It's a game. If you want to play it, don't play it. If you think the game is not gonna be fun for you, don't play it. That's why you watch the reviews, multiple reviews. But I also don't agree the fact that like making like the female character, or at least like people complaining about like how the character looks, it will be like a definitive decision to make the game for you to actually not fun. It's kind of saddening. It sucks. And I don't like that idea. That's all. And I don't know, man. I'm just saying that all of this just to make me feel a bit better because like yesterday my PC got a little bit problematic. I couldn't make a second video about like talking about the state of play, which I want to actually rant out about this, but like right here I'm piling up all these feelings that are anger inside, and just like it's not even anger, it's just a little bit ranting for me. And then like keep seeing like how Asmongold is keeps getting all this like, and how he's actually like getting all the support, and like I miss the old Kanye. I miss the old Asmongold. I really do. I really do miss the old Asmongold where he would actually just don't give a fuck about anything and just have fun. And you don't see that anymore nowadays because like he generally doesn't give a fuck. He just say things that he makes like such a obvious shit, and it's a good thing for that, but like at the same time it sucks. It sucks, man. I love his content, I really do, especially the Elder Ring content. They were really funny, by the way. I don't know. And I think like it's okay to actually like just look forward, and then like like Asmongold already move on, and now he already has a Pride shirt now. Great. Well, he's changing already a lot. Wait, no, Shake Nate Firekeeper. Oh my god, you just know my taste. Yep, I do need Firekeeper. But yeah, I haven't not even started this video at all, by the way. So we're gonna be here for a long time.
A war thing. People have been, I mean, God of
And you
Laundry.
see, this is one of them as well, and it sucks, man. Good night, Lanya. Sleepless dreams.
The rinse and repeat epic. Like, I mean, this is really well, I think there's a couple more of these, right? And yeah, here it is.
Is home.
Man.
And people make fun of this, and people laughing at it.
I better clean up before Kratos comes home.
It's so fucking funny, man.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is because I know what Faye is capable of.
I'm sorry, but like, there's some people getting mad about this. I think this is hilarious.
I'm not even mad about it. Mad is not the word I was looking for, but I'm more disappointed about it.
Dan's Gaming purposely
And I
misunderstands.
know he doesn't care about me. I know that. He doesn't care about my opinion. He doesn't care about like how I look at things. Because like he's such a big content creator and that's fine. He has his own opinion that he can uphold onto himself. And I think I can respect that. But like, I want him to at least acknowledge that like he would actually acknowledge that he is influencing a lot of people to actually be the way he is.
That was very cringe. I like Dan's Gaming, but like it's so cringe because like
Dan's
so he
Gaming? Dan's Gaming. I already forgot who's Dan's Gaming. Dan's Gaming. That's not Dan's Gaming. Who is Dan's Gaming? I
did the thing. I can't believe there are people still afraid to play as a woman in a video game, which is like, I mean, everybody knows this isn't true. Like, what? Why?
No, not really. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with this tweet as well. I just think like it's that's Dan's Gaming. That's what he's talking about. I agree that people like. I think like in the end. Just watch the video first.
Why are you even talking like this? Why would you even say this? It's just so stupid. So I replied, I said, intentional misunderstanding. No one is afraid to play as a girl. You know this. Why would you even say that? And so I think this is the perfect meme for the God of War situation. Blue is an awesome game. I wish they made a movie out of it, or in this case, a sequel. Coming out soon. Blue, the movie. Blue, Big Screen Pictures presents Blue.
Except for the fact that the Blue movie that is coming out soon already has 8 games. Just saying.
I think that's exactly what's happened. This is exactly what it's been. And it's not about...
So technically what it is that you're just mad at the fact that like you're not playing as Kratos in God of War. That's it. You are forced to play a different character that is not Kratos. And that's fine. That's okay. Like, we're still getting Kratos game. I'm just saying that, but like, that's okay. I'm just saying that's okay.
Oh, the thing is, if they had Tomb Raider and it wasn't Lara Croft, I think people would think it was weird. So, like, God of War is centered around Kratos. It's always been centered around Kratos.
No. It's the idea of Kratos.
So whenever you switch it to like a character that, I mean, I think if you were to poll God of War players, like everybody, and also like the greater gaming audience, like who would you want to play as in the new God of War game? The ratings would probably...
You know, that's an interesting question. Because I would definitely put like Kratos number 1. But Atreus would not even be top 5 at all. Because I don't like his gameplay. I think like playing as Thor will be number 2. Third would be like maybe actually no, the second will be fucking Zeus. Like Zeus fucking character sometimes can be really cool as well. I think the third would be like I think third would be Dante from Devil May Cry. Why the fuck not? No, okay, I'm joking. I think the third one would be Thor, and then like the fourth one I think would be Faye. I'm saying this because Faye does like I said that she's a very very interesting character because like if you played Ragnarok you will see how fucking powerful she is, and like maybe 5 will be You know what? This is gonna be a really random, but I am interested to play as Baldur. Was it his name? Baldur? Like the guy for the main villain from the first game. I feel like he's a much more cooler and interesting character, especially like he cannot die, and I kind of want to see that.
Probably go Kratos, Atreus.
Atreus will not even be top 2. I'm just so sorry. I don't even want to play as Atreus.
And then probably a third character that we're not even thinking of, right? And then Laufey would probably be like number 7. So why would
No. Like, if you watch the gameplay, you would know you would be putting it in the top 3.
you ever make that character the mainstay of the story, right? Like Tyr, Thor, or something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Tyr is also a good example. I think of putting Tyr as like top 5 characters that you want to most play. It's reasonable. He is much more interesting character. Tyr has really good weapon sets like in the free DLC.
So, like, I really think that if you did a vote for this, like, the players would never vote for this decision.
Guys,
Yeah, because you don't know anything about the fucking. Oh, you do not know anything about Faye. The fuck?
there are some tropes that
See, he's so afraid to say this. Here's the reality, and you know it. You know that they keep replacing characters that are white and male with characters that are non-white and non-male. And the reason why is they want to push a social agenda. That's the reason why they want to do it. It's not because the character was too boring. It's not because people weren't interested in it. It's because they're pushing it for a social agenda. That's the same reason why you see
What?
a lot of gay and trans stuff in video games.
Am I dumb for this? So you can't play as the wife of the guy who is actually already killed off the whole entire Greek mythology, and you're as a wife already was able to give out such a piece of mindset towards that guy who's broken and lost, and you don't want to play that as character. And that same bullshittery is the same as playing as a trans guy who is lousily being written, lousily just insert that for selfish desire. Like mixtape, like that's that's in like that's insulting because like you do not have faith for Santa Monica. I understand, but sometimes like it's Santa Monica. Let them make good story. And like I'm losing my brain cells right now.
Nobody's asking for that, but they still keep getting it. Why is that? Do you think that any person actually wants to play like a character that looks this way? I don't think that they really do. I don't. I think guys have no problem playing female characters, but she's got to be really hot. She just...
I'm not gonna lie, I don't play girl characters at all. Most of the time I just play as a guy.
This woman, and also, by the way, I feel so bad for her
Also, she's not very ugly too. I don't think she's ugly.
actress, because the actress is like way more attractive than the way that she's portrayed in the game. And so
What do you mean? Clearly she's older in the game, yeah. That's how she looks like if she has wrinkles around. The same goes to Kratos.
it's just another example of an actress who effectively is having their, their likeness deformed in order to make it more acceptable for the hags and foids that are working in this company.
The fuck you mean? What?
Try to feel better about themselves because
Why do you put yourself into this trivial matter? Why? Why? Like, I get that, like, the hags and like old women who acts as Karens can be fucking bitches, but those are fucking trivial matters. They don't matter that much. They're not they have this representative going around in the gaming industry, and like, what the fuck is wrong with people nowadays? Ah,
They don't want to see an attractive woman because it'll make them feel bad about themselves and insecure. That's the reason why.
what?
Because it'll make them feel bad about themselves and insecure. That's the reason why.
No, it's just only a few people will feel bad about it. People who have more brain cells and was able to actually critical thinking about it will not feel bad about it. People who are actually dumb will feel bad about it.
Really make the
Well, all grown-ups say, let's try to act like it.
player base defensive. I mean, it is what it is.
It is. He's completely right. He is. He's
What did you say?
Player base defensive. I mean, it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah,
He's
it is.
completely right. He is. He's totally right.
It's not a small portion. I mean,
It's a massive portion. It's a
But fucking duh. What the fuck do you talk about? You have 8 games already playing as Kratos, and you only have one game that said like that just came out with a female character. Fucking duh. You have a few. I don't know, man.
a massive portion of us, and we will make the discourse so unpleasant, so uncomfortable, so problematic, and so toxic that there will be an environment where people are afraid to do this. That's the goal. We are trying to do that. We are trying to make it as toxic as possible. And
Why?
you want to know why they're mad? It's because it's working. It's working very well.
You're delusional.
Yep.
I still don't understand what you meant by that.
So I sent her to another realm.
Yo, God of War is crazy.
I make jokes about women. You know? I do. I fucking do make jokes about women, but that is not something that I can joke around. I'm saying this because like I don't like that kind of joke. These are all content creators, man. Fuck it. I don't...
God of Wars.
Jesus.
Wife of
yo,
War, Whore of
hey,
War,
yo.
Void of War. Is that Greta Thunberg? Karen of War, Slop
Why you have to put Greta Thunberg in this?
of War,
She's not even supposed to be remotely interesting. What the fuck?
Soy Slop. Alice and God of War.
Yo.
Gay of War.
How? How? How is this? Oh, it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. Why is it gay? Is it? Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Alhamdulillah. Sorry about that. Like, how is this gay? Is it because you're playing as a woman, or like, is it because you're playing as like Kratos' wife? Like, I'm not mad. I'm so disappointed. Like, madly disappointed, bro. Ah. And this is all because of a game, by the way. A game that you want to have escapism. The reason why I don't like woke stuff is because that felt forced. I really do think like most of the time when like, gay guys or like trans are putting into the story, like Dragon Edge Veilguard, those like really felt like forced. They have to change everything down to the core. Like they already have interesting character down to the roots from their older games, and then like they just changed that from like into the sequel and force it out to all this fucking propaganda shit. I do not like that one bit. I hate that idea. I really despise that idea. That's why the game never really succeed. But like if you make like if you want to make a really successful character, make a good writing around it. Like why can't you make good writing around character? And that's also another thing that's really sad about it is that I don't think people talk much about how interesting of a character Lady is from Devil May Cry. Nobody did talk about like how cool Bayonetta is. She's people say like she's very slutty and just very fucking cool. I don't remember seeing that. Well, to be granted, there are some people talking about like how she's actually such a motherly figure. Like some people say it in a more sexual tone, but some people say like in a more interesting motherly tone, where like she has a family and everything. And then like um, I already thought of Lara Croft. Like I don't think people actually give credit to it about how Lara Croft as a character form. Nobody talks about that. They all talk about how they look. And that I think like something that it proves very well that people in the gaming industry are like they don't really care about like critical thinking moment. Like it's the same thing for the guys as well. But like if you revolve around the character to have good writing, good gameplay, and like some interesting depth of like interesting choices of for the character, I think like some consequences, you can make the character work. Like into this very day, I think like if you make a story about the gay guy and make it like with good writing, doesn't feel forced, doesn't feel like propaganda, doesn't feel like that way, and you make them like really towards like in the end that it felt like a dude really with good writing, I think it could work. Then we can make some few people feel bad about it, but at the same time, like nobody would actually think about it because gays is kind of like sometimes it's not really the mainstream. But like what I'm saying, I just think like there are elements for the game that could be considered at the very least before jumping into the bandwagon.
Yo!
Okay.
Yeah, okay, dude. Okay.
They're starting.
War of Kitchen is fucking
War in the War of Kitchen. Oh man.
absolutely diabolical.
Yep.
That chat wasn't that bad. But like I said,
Jeez, 23K likes, bro.
Uh-huh.
like I said, even there's intels, and then there's a gradient or whatever. Chat, God of War is a huge fucking like series.
It's a guy game. It's a guy game. It's made for guys. Kratos is the peak masculine male character, and the people.
No, not any. Well, yes, and yeah. Well, no, he's not wrong. Actually, no, he's not wrong. No, yeah, he's not wrong.
That are playing it are overwhelmingly men. If you swap it over to being a middle-aged suburban mom who has a magic sword that she can talk to, and she can.
That's so giving out so little credit. Oh, that's so sad. That hurts. That really does hurt because like she performs very interestingly in Ragnarok. Like that clears the sign that Asmongold didn't even give a shit in God of War Ragnarok. He doesn't give a shit, and I think like that's subjective. Oh, fuck.
Cast magic spells with their hands. Nobody gives a shit about it. Sorry.
It's insane.
But I do like the gameplay for God of War Laufey.
It spans over decades. Like,
Yeah.
of course, there's gonna be some form of reservation when the protagonist, when it's
See, he's so afraid to say this.
Motherfucker, he's always stutter a lot. Let him speak out the word and then we can say it. He's always like this, is he not?
We have evolved over millennia to be able to identify and detect trends. We can tell what a trend is. We know what trends are.
Oh, you mean trends, like trending, not trends. I don't know why I think of that. Sorry.
You share more chatters at XQC than your own 24/7 channel? Is that really true?
What do you mean?
Let me see. 755.
Jeez,
That's
fucking
crazy. Damn.
That's crazy.
I mean, like, I'm glad, right? I am. Like, I think XQC's great. That's great. Who's the third one? I didn't see a third one. Burnt Peanut. Oh, that's no surprise. Of course.
It's a woman protagonist.
Yeah.
If they've made the protagonist a male for fucking 30 years.
Exactly. Everybody.
Can I tell you something? Like, I have a really stupid take. Maybe it's not a stupid take. I think it's a really dumb take. I really do think, like, I want to tell something about this, and this is like my view. You can disagree about it, but I don't know if anybody is is available or not in the chat to actually hear it out. Anybody actually in the chat? I want to actually at least say something because, like, yeah, I don't want to actually forget about it. I don't want to forget about it. Like, I want to talk about it. Like, I do have a take.
Knows why they're doing this.
So, oh, hey, Blue. Hi, Blue. How you doing? So, is it just me, or is it that Twitch streamers are kind of toxic? Like, do I like? It's gonna. I just finished a video first. It's not even a real irrelevant about a video. It's like in general form, because like, I don't know why. I feel like the environment of like making live streamers are generally toxic. Like toxic and also like chaos, hectic. They're they're very focused on the clicks and views. Is it me or I don't know, like maybe I'm not very I'm more of a YouTube guy. I totally get that. But like I don't know, every time I look at Twitch or Kick or any streaming platform to begin with, I feel like they're just one way or another have this the dumbest take of all time. Like for me, Twitch is like the Twitter version of live streaming. Instead of like giving out tweets of like in words, you can just hear out the words from Twitch. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm gonna exclude a lot of VTubers. Like I didn't like because like VTubers are kind of wholesome in some way on Twitch, but like I don't know if it's just me. I don't. Meh. Like what's the point? Whatever.
We all know why
Maybe
they're
just
doing
me.
this. And we're not going to get gaslit into thinking, oh, no, that's not the reason why. Yeah, it is. We all know it. Everybody knows it.
What?
And we're not going to get... Everybody knows why they're doing this. We all know why they're doing this.
Yeah.
And we're not going to get gaslit into thinking, oh, no, that's not the reason why. Yeah, it is. We all know it. Everybody knows it.
Why do you think that's an invalid point?
It doesn't matter whether these people think that it matters whether they think it's invalid or not. It doesn't matter whether you think it's invalid. It matters whether we think it's invalid. And we don't think it's invalid. So then it's not. And if there's enough of us, we can force these companies to do whatever we want. And there are becoming more of us every single day.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
We are recruiting more chuds to the chuddening that we've ever done before. We are going to completely remake the video game, and we're going to remake everything in the image of the chud. Back to where it was meant to be.
You know what's funny is the fact that like it's actually only happening when people are complaining about AAA games. I don't know why you even have to care about it that much. Like, I get it, like people are like in the gaming industries are like kind of going downhill, but like I don't know, man. Like, just pick up a game and play the game, bro. Like, if you have fun with the game and you're a content creator, you have a big platform. Just say something about the game that you have fun with it. And like, if the story is shit, the story is shit. Just say out loud in the game. Like, why are we here even actually talking shit about like the game that's not even out yet? Despite the game looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Why would you think that's
You have
that?
a big platform.
Interesting.
Influence
Anyway,
them.
I think the game was really good.
Less than 3.
Why?
It's not because of female protagonist. People hated playing as Atreus. I mean, true.
The final
but
boss
yeah,
will be
that's
her
also
starting an argument,
that's all
then
different.
going silent until the
Male
boss
protagonist
apologizes.
and child.
Being a guy, the thing is, like, people can identify with a guy in a different way they can with a girl. And the way that a man looks at achieving and solving problems is different than a way that a woman does. Like, for example, a man would solve the problem and a woman would complain about it. So, like, where would there be any combat? It just doesn't make sense.
Are you blind? There's literally combat over there. I can see why people are complaining about Asmongold on him hitting on women. I can see why now. I can see why now. I can see why now. Like, the gameplay is there. It's there. It literally shows you. Oh. I don't know, man. Like, I'm spiraling myself into something like I don't understand. No, I do understand. It's like something I don't want to understand.
It's also alienating the experience from the main player base. Absolutely, 100%. And you denying that.
I'm not even 10-minute video. I'm already tired. I'll watch this on my own time. Fuck this. I'll watch it on my own time. That pisses me off.